Peace. Young Ash here, back again, after a little period away there. Maybe a month, maybe a bit more than a month. Intro, I suffer from schizophrenia and psychosis. This is my personal vlog. I talk about my journey. Link in the comments if you want to make a donation to me. That'd be greatly appreciated. Links in the description to my music, and buy me a coffee if you want to buy me a coffee. That'd be greatly appreciated. Intro, finito. So what have I been doing for like a month and a half? I've been living life, enjoying the summer. Why the break? You must be asking. Why the break? I fucking started questioning, like, why am I doing this, and is it advisable to do this in my situation, and you know, things like that. And I had 2 new housemates move in, so I was like, I felt awkward about, like, what if they hear me doing this, and I don't want to bring it up and whatever else. So it's been sparingly, and I said, like, I'll wait till I move out again to start doing this again. But to be honest, I will stick with it. So much has happened. It's been the best summer of my life. Honestly has. I wasn't at the match. I was in Dublin for the All-Ireland final. It was magical. And like, yeah, it was amazing. It was a release of emotion. I cried. For those of you who aren't from Ireland, I'm not bothered explaining what it is. So I think that's as much as I'll say about that for now. I might do a separate video on the All-Ireland final. Yeah, I was sitting in town the last day, and I was sitting with my friend, and we were chatting and stuff, and next thing, Gomi walks past, who is probably Galway's best rapper. Probably he is. He's the most successful and best rapper from Galway, the most acclaimed, and that's my personal opinion. I like Gomi. I think he's good, and I think he's sound as well, because he stopped and said, you know, "Are you still making music?" I said, "I am," and he said he's having another session, which is like a freestyle event or something like that, and he wants me there. He wants everyone there, basically all the Galway rappers. So he said he'd get in touch with me, and I'm looking forward to that. And that spurred me on because, as you know, I recently stopped working with all my producers, and now I'm like, I want to work with them again. You know, oh man, I want to make music again, and I'm sick of making DIY music. So I got back in touch with Arm the Track. Full circle moment. I got back in touch with Arm the Track, and he was like, "Let's get down." Like, basically he said, "Let's work again." He didn't say let's get down, but like, it is what it is. He said, "Fucking, we'll work again." And I can't wait. I said I'd give it a few weeks because I have some personal things going on in the meantime that will be costing money. So this time I know I have to be more assertive, and I want to break the rules with him a bit in terms of the way he mixes. I want to change it and make more better stuff, basically, with some of my ideas that I've come up with that I think will work. So we'll be doing some experimenting, and hopefully we come up with some cool stuff. I spoke about thinking I was neurodivergent. I no longer think that, to be honest. I think I suffer from shame and having a core belief of shame. You know, a core beliefs of I'm worthless, I don't deserve anything, I'm a failure, I'm a loser, I'm a waster, and anyway, the list goes on. That became apparent to me recently. And so when I'm getting triggered like fight or flight, or I'm awkward around people, or, you know, when I start getting up in my own head, that's like shame and a spin-off from shame. So I need to catch myself when that happens and when these thoughts creep in, and hand it over basically to God and talk about it and understand it more. I started with a new therapist, so that was yesterday, and looking forward to doing some more work with him. And yeah, it's just the way my head goes, but having this new awareness is amazing. It's really helping me, and trying to find tools to figure out what works for me. Like when I get into fight or flight in public and stuff, I just have to remind myself to relax my shoulders, try and get my body into like relaxed posture to tell my brain, no, I'm not in danger, I'm alright. Try get my breathing right as well. Try do meditative breathing as well. It's fucking about like just trial and error with different tools. Some work for some people, some work for others, and figuring out what works for me. So yeah, I'm back. Prince Ash, gonna be back working with Gomi. Well, not, you know, to a degree I'm gonna be doing that session with him. Back with Arm the Track, back in counselling, back online, back in the vlogs, back in the music, back in the game. Redemption will be coming, and Arm the Track is going to be the producer, and we're going to make some cool shit. Stay tuned. Check the link in the comments, buy me a coffee. Peace.